I am a graduate worker at NYU, and I'm willing to strike over NYU's refusal to take contract bargaining seriously. NYU has been stalling negotiations for several months now, which only goes on to show their complacence, indifference, and utter apathy towards the needs of graduate workers. Even after listening to harrowing testimonies from grad workers about their struggles, especially in the midst of a global pandemic, NYU has had to offer some very cosmetic changes at best. As a worker whose labor the functioning of the university is dependent on, I am willing to strike for a living wage, complete health coverage, better working conditions, and stronger protection for international students and other vulnerable groups. It has become imperative now that we bring the exploitative corporate wheel to a grinding halt, because that's the only language the neoliberal university understands.
Hi y'all, my name is Yue. I'm a second-year master's student at NYU Gallatin, as well as a graduate worker. I am ready to strike over more protection for international immigrant students, as well as a living wage, among many other things. As an international student, I know the struggles we have to go through. Coming to study and live in New York City is a lot more expensive. It was really hard for me to find housing, and NYU did not give me any assistance at all. I obviously did not make the 40 times rent requirement, and it was impossible for me to find a guarantor because I didn't know anyone in New York City. Another thing that I think would be really important and necessary for the university to provide for us is tax consultation and legal assistance. Most of the time when I go to OGS with my issues, they tell me to go find a lawyer or go talk to a tax specialist. But the truth is I can't afford those things. I can't. And I shouldn't be required to pay for them when I work for the university. Just to show you how complex things can get, here are all of my I-20s. For those who don't know, I-20 is the legal paperwork that any international student must have to prove their legal status. So really important. On that note, I think NYU should join the many universities in the US to become a sanctuary campus. That means no ICE and no border police should be allowed on campus. And the university should really do that because it prides itself so much on its global community. Lastly, for the living wage, I think it's pretty evident that for me as a master's student, having to pay for the very expensive tuition and pay for all the living costs in New York, $1,600 a month pre-tax, and the max I can get is not enough, not far from enough. So I think if the university values us as employees or treats us like real workers, they should be thinking about paying us a fair wage, not just a $1 increase. So if you want to join me, vote in the strike authorization vote. Vote yes today. Do it now.